All right. Very good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Afrique 24-hour TV. This is our daily political talk show that comes on your screens every day from 10 p.m. up to midnight. So I'm your host, Leo Nyabaya, as I welcome you on board for today's show. Of course, today is 23rd February 2024. Kamwezi kamenukia kuisha. We are only 7 days or a week, then we'll be ushering in March. A lot has happened, and today we saw a state uh, 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 there was a state burial that was given to the fallen hero, the fallen marathon record breaker Kiptum. So that one is what makes the headline of our story today. Kiptum was finally laid to rest, and the president himself attended the burial together with the deputy president, among other politicians and visitors who came from across the world to witness laying of one of the fastest man who died when he was still young. So as we say, rest in peace, Kiptum, and we pray for the family so that they may be healed at this critical moment. Though the funeral was also attended by religious leaders, of course, they're the ones who are conducting the burial, but the politicians who are present there did not fail to speak politics. So we're also going to get some of the words that, or some of the political sentiments that were made by these politicians over there. And of our story today, we are looking at Azimio. We are still in Azimio. Azimio has been making headlines. Yeah, this is now 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They're just making headlines. Azimio. Why is Azimio making headline? Azimio is making headline because Azimio leader said that he's now going to contest for the African seat, meaning he'll have to leave the Kenyan politics. So this has brought a lot of reactions. It has brought a lot of speculations. And it is the talk of the town. Everywhere you go, people are talking of Raila's going to AU. People are talking of Uhuru not supporting Raila. People are talking of who is going to inherit Raila. People are talking of who is going to oppose William Ruto. People are talking of who is going to call for Mandamano and so on and so forth. So, Karibu Sana, if you are joining me for the first time, as I always say, start by subscribing to our channel. Go to the YouTube and look for Afrique 24-hour TV. Subscribe and share with your friends. And in this conversation, if you want to join me in studio, I'm sharing a link on the comment section, so you can use the link, join studio, and be part of this conversation. Meanwhile, you can also use the comment section so that I can be able to know where you are watching me from. Just your name and where you are watching me from. You can also give your comment, your compliments, and also your concerns on the comment section. I'm also going to be joined by some other panelists who are also going to weigh on some of the political happenings in this country. So, first of all, let me take you to what happened today at Kiptum's state burial. I know some of you had a busy day, being Friday, and most of you are busy hustling or you're busy at work. So, you might have not gotten time to watch this. So, don't worry, nothing is lost. I'm going to give you highlight of some of the activities that took place there. I'll give you some keynote speakers who managed to speak on that funeral so that we can be able to see what they said. Most of them were asking the president to ensure that they improve the life of our athletes and the sportsmen and women. Most of the leaders were requesting for stadiums to be constructed and be named after Kiptum. Most of them were requesting of some developments, I mean, infrastructural development like roads, some schools, and such kind of things. So it was an opportunity for leaders to present their request to the head of state, the president, who was physically present. So I'll start with the speech of the president in that funeral.
Support the athletes after they retire. Kwa huyu kijana Kelvin, tayari serikali ya Kenya vile tulishakubaliana na vile tumeweka taratibu mpya, huyu kijana tushampatia milioni 5 tayari, na serikali itampatia nyumba mzuri. Mbali na ile nyumba tumejenga hapa, tutampatia nyumba mzuri huyu kijana. Sasa tutampatia mjane wake, na tutapangana na hawa wanariadha pamoja na wachezaji wale wengine wote, so that we can support our sportsmen and women. So otherwise mimi naungana na wale wanasema tufupishe, kwa sababu hii mahali ni baridi. Tuseme ukweli. Hata huyu Rigiji ameniambia siku ile nakuja tena hapa nimwambie ndiye asikuje. Anasema hii dunia iko ngumu sana. Lakini kwa watu wa sehemu hii hapa Chepkorio pia tuko na mpango katika ile mpango yetu ya mambo ya transformation ya Kenya. Hapa Chepkorio tuko na soko ambayo tutajenga ya shilingi milioni 50. Tutajenga soko hapa. Hapa Chepkorio pia ni candidate ya affordable housing. Katika ile affordable housing ya Elgeyo Marakwet, Chepkorio hapa ni moja ya sehemu ambayo tutajenga, tutakuwa na mpango ya affordable housing. Na kazi zile zingine zote nimesikia, ya stima, ya barabara, ya zile zingine zote tutashirikiana pamoja na nyinyi. To all the other people that are working with us in this space, that are sponsors, the people that are managers, we want to work together towards developing this resource, a great resource for Kenya and a great resource globally. So mimi nataka niwashukuru sana watu wa Elgeyo Marakwet. Nyinyi ni watu wa bidii, mumechunga mazingira kwa njia ya kipekee. Mimi nataka niseme pongezi. Kazi zile zingine zote ambazo tumekubaliana pamoja na nyinyi, niliwaambia juzi wakati nilikuwa hapa Elgeyo Marakwet ya kwamba mambo ya Flospa tunashughulikia. Sasa tumemaliza na tumeaward contract, na mwenye kuja kuendesha hiyo maneno sasa atakuja hapa kiwanjani. Wewe governor ujipange na watu wako ndio tuweze kuendesha hiyo kazi. Kazi yenu ya County Aggregation Industrial Park vile vile tumekamilisha, na sasa ujenzi itaanza. Kwa hivyo mambo yale mengine mengi hapa katikati nikirudi tena tutakuja tushughulike pamoja na nyinyi. So otherwise asanteni sana. To the great family of Athletics Kenya and athletes who are here, the athletics community, you have our support, you have my commitment that we are going to deal with all the issues to make sure that you continue to be the great ambassadors of our country. Kwa Mama Asenath nitaketi chini.
When the president attended that funeral, he took that opportunity also to promise the people of that area of some goodies that the government is planning to do, or what the government is already doing. So it was not only laying to rest the hero, but the residents also managed to hear what the government is planning to do to them. So we're going to look at that one. The president told them that they're going to finish the Camarine Historical Stadium. When I talk of Camarine, people know this is a stadium that it was promised in 2014. It never happened, but the president has said that one is going to be done. And a lot of things that you've promised, even the affordable housing, you've said affordable housing is also going to be done there. But it's funny that the affordable housing bill is yet to be passed in the Senate, of which the senators who spoke there spoke passionately. And they told the president that when the bill is taken to the Senate, they are going to pass it without amendment. So that was a confirmation that they gave the president. And because, you know, they are the majority, if you are Azimio, you just have to live with this reality that the Kenya Kwanza are the majority in both the Senate and the National Assembly. So unless they decide that they want to shut the bill down, you cannot stop them. The promise that they gave the president is that they're going to pass or adopt that bill the way it came from the National Assembly, without removing a comma, without adding a full stop, or without even erasing a letter. So that was a promise that they already gave that they're going to do. That is why the president confidently told the residents there that they are going to build the affordable houses. So maybe the only thing that is going to stop that is when somebody goes to court and maybe the court takes the bill back again so that it can be debated in detail. We also had the cabinet secretary of sports, that is Ababu Namwamba, who was also present in that funeral. And you know why do I have to talk of Ababu Namwamba being present? He's the one who is in charge of sports, and Kiptum fell under his docket. So let us listen to what he had to say from the sports department.
Condolence. Asante sana, Kongoi missing.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, the widow of Kelvin Kiptum, Asanath, and your two children, Caleb and Precious, the parents, the sporting fraternity, World Athletics, and the Kenyan athletics leadership, friends, brothers and sisters, and the clergy. Mine shall be very brief. First is to take this opportunity at a personal level to convey our deepest condolences to the family of Kelvin Kiptum, a flame that has been blown out by an unfortunate accident only a few days ago. Your Excellency, it's a difficult moment, particularly for the family and for the people of this area and Kenyans and the athletics community. We can only wish and pray that the record that Kiptum was planning to break shall one day be broken by Precious and Caleb. The other thing I would just want to highlight, Your Excellency, is that we wish to recognize and appreciate your government because you have provided a strong, peaceful and stable and secure environment for these young people to be able to showcase their talent and be able to globally scale this particular terrain without any worries whatsoever. It is important that we continue to rally behind you as a nation so that peace and security and stability will anchor the opportunities that abound amongst our people. Finally, Your Excellency, I have come to this place where they say it's high altitude. And high altitude comes with a strong wind and a chill. So I have learned that in order to beat the wind, the secret amongst the high altitude people is that you have to keep running so that you can be warm. And in the process, you can deal with this very strong wind. And so that we don't take any more time, because nilipoangalia, I realized that the time the politicians have taken to speak, if Kelvin was running, he would have actually broken the record of the 2 hours. So in short, we politicians have taken more than 2 hours to talk, and that is what Kelvin wanted to shatter. So with those few words, let me now call my brother.
That was the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Musalia Mudavadi, was also present in the funeral. And maybe lastly, before I get to our point of discussion today, I also would like you to hear from the truthful man who also attended the funeral or the burial of this record breaker who died at a younger age before completing his mission here on earth. So listen to what.
Nisalimieni kwa haya. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Your Excellency, I'll be very short kwa sababu hii baridi vile naendelea. Hata wewe rais ukija nimekuomba ufupishe pia, kwa sababu huyu Kipchumba Murkomen hakutuambia tuvae vizuri pahali tunakuja. Mimi rais, tumekuja na rais hapa to join the family to mourn this great son of this land and a hero of our great country, a young man who has done proud to our republic by shattering the world record and was looking forward to even do much better in the Olympics at Paris. We have come to condole with the young family and the parents and to tell them that we hold them in prayer, that God give them strength to bear the great loss. Your Excellency, your presence here today is a clear demonstration of where your administration holds our athletes. Last Jamhuri Day, Your Excellency, you honored many athletes, including the late, with honors because of your personal commitment to the development of sports in this country. Na kwa hivyo tunaomba wale wanariadha wote ambayo wataenda Olympics to honor this great son here by carrying our flag high and shattering many other world records. That way tutakuwa tumeinua jina lake. We trust our team will do.
Yeah, so the gentleman was mourned with the dignitaries, politicians, religious leaders, and even fellow Kenyans from different walks of this country. And the people who managed to cover this event during the day found out that Kiptum was mourned across the country because he's one person who made this country proud. So this evening, what I wanted us to discuss is there is cracks in Azimio over Raila's succession. Why do I say so? I remember there's something that has been happening ever since Raila declared that he's going for the seat of AU Commission Chair. So now the issue is not who is going to replace Raila. The NADCO report, if fully adopted in the Parliament and the Senate, had proposed that we are going to have the position of leader of opposition. And the position of leader of opposition is going to have 2 deputies, of which they proposed that who should be holding this office is the leader of the party, or the person who garners the second most votes in a presidential election. For example, if people go for presidential election, then number 1 is declared the president. Then number 2 takes the office of the official opposition, and this person appoints 2 deputies. And in this case, the person who was supposed to take that office is Raila Odinga. And Raila, after taking that office, was supposed to have 2 deputies. I don't know who the deputies would have been, but I know some people would already say that the deputies would have been Kalonzo Musyoka, being his longest serving running mate, and Martha Karua, who was his running mate in this election. So this is what is happening. Raila is leaving. Now, those MPs who are allied to Wiper Party are saying that Kalonzo Musyoka is the one who should automatically take that position. And shall Raila leave, Kalonzo Musyoka should be the automatic leader of opposition. Then the deputies, they say they're ruling out Martha Karua as the lead opposition, despite the fact that Martha Karua was the running mate. But members who are in ODM, led by ODM deputy party leader, one former governor of Kakamega, Wycliffe Oparanya, said that the slot should be taken by the outfit with the largest number of members in parliament. Like, who should be the leader of opposition? Yes, a coalition that was number 2 is the one who is producing this leader. But they're saying because this Azimio coalition is having several parties, so the party that is having majority, and in this case, the party that is having majority is ODM. So Paranya is arguing that it is ODM that should take this position. And because Raila is number 1 in ODM and Raila is not there, number 2 in command in ODM is Joho and Oparanya. So Paranya believes that he is the one who should take that position. Those ones allied to Martha Karua also argue that in the absence of Raila Odinga, then because Martha Karua deputized Raila Odinga, she was the running mate, she is the one who should take this position. So this thing is likely to break, or it's likely to cause some cracks in Azimio, because they are yet to settle on who is to replace Raila. Not replacing Raila politically in this position. Remember, when the report is going to be adopted, the position will be created. Karibu sana Bonfaz, and maybe the question I'm asking you, who do you think and why do you think that person should take the position? There's a position of leader of opposition. If Raila goes to AU, he will not hold that position. So who in Azimio should assume that office? Unmute yourself. I can't hear you. Okay, even as Boniface is unmuting himself, I just want to welcome you on board for this kind of discussion. You can also let me know your views on the comment section. And if you so wish to join the studio, I've shared the link there. You can use that link and join the studio. I can be able to see Nancy there. Nancy, good to see you. Karibu on board. Feel free to share your comments or your concern on the comment section there. Good year, karibu sana, good evening. I know you waited yesterday, ukabaki kwa studio peke yako. Karibu sana, tumekuona. Laban Misiani, karibu sana. Take your seat and let us know your feeling on the comment section. Good year is already telling us that Kalonzo needs to please all the tribes, then he will cruise the seat. So good year, already the seat is there. I know the parliament is going to pass or the parliament is going to adopt the NADCO report, and the NADCO report provides the office of the official opposition leader. And this office is having two deputies. And in the current setup, the person who was to take this office was Raila. And maybe he knew how he would have maneuvered to get his two deputies. But now, if Raila goes away, who in Azimio should hold this office? The people allied to Kalonzo are saying it is Kalonzo, because Kalonzo have been with Raila for 3 elections as a running mate, and it's rumored that he is the one who is supposed to, maybe next, the person that Raila was supposed to support is Kalonzo if Raila is not on the ballot. So they're saying it is Kalonzo. But now, yesterday, we heard Oparanya saying that, you see, this position is ours. How do we get it? We are going to get the party that has got more MPs. That is the person who is going to hold this. And there is no way parties with the less MPs, elected leaders, can hold it. And in that case, if you count the parties, the main parties in Azimio, ODM is having majority, followed by Wiper. So Oparanya is saying it should be ODM. And if it is ODM, then Oparanya says, he argues, he's the deputy party leader. So in the absence of the party leader, he replaces the party leader. Are you getting that? On Martha Karua, they're saying there's no way Martha Karua can hold this office simply because NAK Kenya is not having any elected leader. I don't know what happened. Nobody, I say nobody was elected in NAK Kenya. So do you think this thing is going to cause division? Do you think this crack is going to widen? Because in Azimio, everybody now wants to succeed Raila. Everybody now wants to assume this position. Will this crack widen and break or rock the ship Azimio? Or are they going to get a better way of managing this? Because this is something that we're not managed, we are going to see Azimio ikisambaratika, ikigawanyika, ikivunjika, na ikiharibika. Boniface, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now I can hear you. My network
Okay,
is
proceed
having a
then.
bit of
Proceed.
problem, but
The floor is yours. What is your opinion? Who should hold this office and why?
I can hear you. Today,
Yes. Proceed. Okay.
to start with, today we
Yeah.
are mourning. Again, I have seen you have been showing us you're mourning the death of one of the athletes, that is Kevin Kiptum. We saw that a lot of prominent leaders, including the president and the CS, Above Namwaba, and again, very big people in the government, those people who are prominent, they attended the funeral. From that funeral, we learned that let's be like Kiptum. So back to the topic. Today, we are on the crux in the Azimio of who will succeed when it comes to Azimio power after the exit of the famous Raila Odinga, one of my favorite since I joined politics long time ago. So, Mr. Leo, again, you can come back.
Sorry? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I'll get this so that our viewers can be able to know.
Uh,
money
you,
bill
you, you can, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Constitution reflects recommendations and
Yeah,
views
yeah.
from the public contained in the National Dialogue Committee report that include electoral injustice and multi-party democracy, among others.
The leader of the Opposition Bill 2023, which is among those prioritized for debate by the leadership of the National Assembly, defines the functions of the leader of the opposition, which shall include representing the interests of the opposition and providing an alternative policy agenda and constructive criticism of government policies. The bill also outlines the functions of the two deputy leaders of the opposition, who shall be the principal assistants to the leader of opposition and shall deputize the leader of the opposition in the execution of the functions of the leader of the opposition's functions, which include fostering cooperation and constructive engagement between the government and opposition in the pursuit of national interest, participating in state ceremonial functions and international parliamentary events on behalf of the opposition, promoting public awareness and understanding of the role of the opposition in a democratic state. The appointment, swearing in, and removal of the leader of the opposition shall be within 7 days of the swearing in of the president. After a general election, the Chief Justice shall, in accordance with the Article 92A of the Constitution, swear in the leader of the opposition as determined by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. The Chief Justice, or in the absence of the Chief Justice, the Deputy Chief Justice shall administer the oath of allegiance and the oath of office to the leader of the opposition to provide for in the schedule, affirming commitment to upholding the Constitution and serving the interests of the nation. In the event that the designated leader of the opposition, as determined by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, refuses or is unable to take the oath of office within the specified 7-day period, the Chief Justice shall proceed to swear in office the person designated to hold that office in accordance with a resolution of a party or coalition agreement. The leader of the opposition shall assume the functions and responsibilities of the office upon the completion of the swearing-in ceremony. Removal of office of the leader of the opposition shall be by a resolution of the party or coalition of parties which garnered the second greatest number of votes in the immediately preceding presidential election, if the person is sentenced for a term of imprisonment of at least 6 months and has exhausted all appeal or review relief available in relation to that case, or if the person is unable to perform the functions of the office arising from mental or physical incapacity. Upon the removal of the leader of opposition under Section 6, the Chief Justice shall forthwith swear in to office the person designated to hold that office in accordance with a resolution of a party or coalition agreement. The remuneration and benefits payable to the office of the leader of the opposition and the two deputy leaders of the opposition shall be a charge on the consolidated fund, and that the
Yes, I think you've had that. Karibu sana, Bwana Secretary General. I think you're having some problem with your connection. You'll just get back. So that is the position that is bringing some cracks. That is the position that is now set to either unite or destroy Azimio. That is the position that is going to either open the cracks in Azimio or seal the cracks. Boniface, back to you. I hope you're now connected.
Yeah. I am connected. So here, this position, at some point it is going to unite, but the largest percentage here it's going to make the Azimio get divided, because many people, they don't believe in anyone else apart from Raila Amolo Odinga. So we know very well that when he exits, then there will be a lot of problems. Anyone will want to become the leader when it comes to this position. But again, are they able to fill that position that was taken by Raila Amolo Odinga? Do they have those qualifications? Do they have those powers? Because this party is a party that has a lot of followers. This is a party that acts as opposition. Many people follow Azimio because it is believed is as the strongest opposition party, because you cannot compare Azimio with other political parties such as KANU, the other one that is Wiper, the other parties such as the Na Kenya. Those are very small parties. But when it comes to Azimio, this is the party that is believed to be very strong and can produce a president in this Republic of Kenya. So it will have a lot of problems when it comes to choosing who will succeed Raila Amolo Odinga, because I believe there is no one else who can be like Raila Amolo Odinga. People are saying Kalonzo Musyoka. People are saying Edwin Sifuna. People are saying even the Senator Okia. People are saying Babu Wino. But again, are they qualified? Can they be the leading party whereby we have this opposition? Here we are trying to make sure that opposition has not been terminated, because if you don't have opposition, then the government will not have this pressure, because we believe that due to this pressure, it is whereby the government, that is the current government, that is the ruling party, gets those pressures and make sure that it accomplishes the manifesto that it gave to the citizens as they were collecting, as they were going around and giving their oaths and what they're going to do to the citizens. So it is by this opposition that we get those pressures, and the government fulfills what it promises to the Kenyans and the entire citizens. So can if those the kind of qualities, the kind of leaders that were quoted there, are they able
Yeah.
to lead the opposition? Do they have those qualifications? Can they make the ruling government have that pressure? Because it is believed that when Raila Amolo Odinga as the people's president, it is believed that people's president, when he says anything, everyone has to follow. People's president, that is Raila Amolo Odinga, said that we are going to back to streets when the election were held. We went back to the streets because the cost of living were high. It is only Raila Amolo Odinga who can make powers that can relate to the president. And again, can these mentioned leaders, can they make those decisions? And can people obey them? Because people have high trust in Raila Amolo Odinga than the president. So I don't believe here it will be very easy. But again, it will take time for the Azimio to get the next candidate who can succeed Raila Amolo Odinga. So it will be a very difficult time when it comes to this political party, because again, there will be competition for powers. So some leaders will want to compete so that they can
Now,
become
what is
the
happening
next
here, Boniface?
successor. They want to compete so that they can be the king or that strongest.
What is happening here is that that position for the leader of opposition is having two deputies. And this is somebody from a party that garners the second highest votes. So in this setup, if the bill is adopted and they go by the 2022 general election results, then this person or the party that garnered the second most votes is Azimio. It's a coalition party. So the bill is saying that it is not automatic that the person who contested for the president is the one who holds that office, but it is upon the party to come up with somebody who is going to hold that office on their behalf. So, and it is also upon the party to de-whip or to remove. It is not like a president. Once you've been elected, you have to wait for 5 years. No. If in the course of its operation, they find that this person is not like fit or something like that, they can remove that person from office and replace with another one. And in this case, people thought that Raila is the one who was going to get this office. But now that Raila has eyed a bigger office, bigger than that, I heard somebody today in Kiptum's funeral saying that Raila wanted to become the president of Kenya, but now William Ruto have decided that he's going to make him the president of Africa. So people say that now, because Raila is not going to be there, this office should be held by Kalonzo. Those are people who represent Kalonzo. And some also argue that no, this person holding this office should be somebody who comes from a party that has got majority of elected leaders. In this case, that is ODM. That is what was said by Oparanya, who is the deputy party leader of ODM. And for Karua, they are ruling Karua out, but they're saying Karua will be one of the deputy who will serve, because the office is going to have two deputies. So they say Karua will be one of those two deputies. So do you think it is high time they give this to Kalonzo, or they go by what Oparanya is saying, that this seat belongs to ODM? Boniface, are you there? Boniface? Josephat M. Washira is there. Josephat M. Washira is saying, where is that video where Uhuru said? Okay, what is happening, Boniface, is that people are speculating. Why do people speculate? People speculate when they are not given clear information. It's rumored that ever since Raila declared his candidature, Uhuru have not come out clearly to not to congratulate, but to stand with Raila and say that I'm supporting that idea. We saw other leaders like Kalonzo Musyoka and the rest coming out to say that they're supporting the idea, but they are saying Uhuru haven't done that. Number two, people are also suspecting Uhuru was in Tanzania the other day. So people are just trying to join dots, not mehe. And the role of media is to verify gossip. So that is the gossip there. So we want to verify it. So somebody like you can help us to verify and know whether it is true or not true. It seems I'll just show you some of the people who already gave their support and said that okay, with them they're supporting it. Then from that you'll be able to know why people are saying Uhuru is working behind Raila.
Kama hii ndio wanaona ikiona vizuri ni sawa.
Are they there?
Are we? Mko tayari?
As always, the ability to convert places not known. Very phenomenal. Look at this. I don't know. We'll discuss. You make them all of a sudden a very unique place. Yeah.
It is.
David, kujeni bwana. Then you can.
When is this now so many things I will give? You want to start with apologies? Oh. Tuko set, eh?
That's still setting up. You come. So, exactly a critical state. No. Let's. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks nice. Yeah. So are we ready now? We begin by thanking you for we have something to say to you. Before it is said by my brother, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, we have two colleagues who would have wanted to be with us, but were away on other duties. One of them is Honorable Gideon Moi. The other one is, so they are with us in spirit. They're not here, but they share the sentiments we are about. So my brother, go ahead.
This is for immediate release. Today, the 16th of February 2024, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party endorses Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga EGH for chairperson of the African Union AU Commission. Following yesterday's public announcement by our party leader, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, that he will be seeking the support of the African continent in his desire to be the next chairperson of the African Union Commission, we would like to state as follows. Number one, as Azimio Coalition, we welcome and congratulate our party leader for the bold step of putting his name forward for consideration of this most important role to the African continent and its people. We fully support his decision and we shall back his candidature to our fullest capacity. Number two, from the onset, Mr. Odinga has played a crucial and selfless role in the democratization of our nation. His sacrifices towards achieving socio-economic development, inclusivity, and stability of our republic are well documented. He has always put Kenya first. These are qualities that we believe are needed for the next chairperson of the AU Commission. Number three, as you all know, Mr. Odinga has a long-standing history of commitment to Pan-Africanism. We believe that as the AU chairperson, he will leverage his Pan-Africanism vision of identity and inclusivity to achieve, I quote, an integrated, prosperous and peaceful Africa driven by its own citizens and representing a dynamic force in the global arena, end of quote. Number four.
Oh, yes, I think I like the point that Josephat Washira is bringing. What if Uhuru was in Tanzania to request Kikwete to step down for Raila? Uhuru cannot campaign for Raila to be Kenyan president, then betray him kwa AU. Sidani, it can't happen. Maybe that school of thought can also be considered. It might be that Uhuru went there to rally for Raila. That one can. It's also reasonable. And people also reading too much in the body language. Like in that case, you can see Kalonzo is really happily endorsing the issue and the Karua, but they are trying to force Murade to join them in the press conference. And when you talk of Murade, you know who Murade was representing. Anyway, Boniface, I think you are now you are now clear. Back to you. I think you dropped some time. Yes, Boniface. Okay, you need to restart your gadget and ensure that your internet is strong enough so that it doesn't hang. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are just speculations. People are just trying to speculate. Nobody is sure. People are just trying to connect dots. And in politics, anything can happen. Somebody can publicly say they support you, but behind you, and somebody can't declare their support publicly, but behind they are giving you the necessary or the needed support. So the issue that is here, this thing of Raila has really created a lot of issues. And now that he is going, ofisi already eco in the process, the office of the leader of opposition. So could this one be another gamble whereby, hey, baba ameacha hii ofisi ya leader of opposition, o atoke akuje apate ameshapatia mwingine hii, aende akose ile ya AU? Are you not seeing this one as gambling? Boniface, I think, okay. You need to restart. You need to restart. I'll help you do that so that it can, yeah.